Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hello!
Hi!
It has been way too long.
It's been, I don't even know how long. It's been so long.
Yes, sorry.
So many missed opportunities.
But we're back.
That's okay, we're back.
You're welcome.
Bigger and better than ever, not bigger physically. You're shredding for a wedding. Yeah,
You're
right,
talking
that's
to a
right.
girl who ate a Frian for breakfast with a
And
Frodo frog. I
weren't
don't know if
they
you call
good?
that
I had 2
shredding.
Frodo frogs in the end.
Yep.
Yum.
Shredding away.
We take our food seriously. That's why we're talking all things food news today. Someone else talking things food news, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, you heard that correct.
Or Snoop Lion. All will be revealed. I have a wonderful story about a few jobs where eating is a sole requirement.
Oh gosh, why am I not in this industry already? Another one, the only food that could possibly shut down one of the world's biggest tourist attractions. That happened.
And freaky fish. Really
Yuck.
freaky fish. It's all coming up.
Ew. Okay, so this one is a couple of weeks old. I actually have no idea when it came out. Snoop Dogg has released a cookbook.
Is this the one he wrote in prison? No, he hasn't gone
Did
to
he?
prison.
I
I'm thinking of another rapper. Sorry.
That's all right. It can
Maybe
be confusing.
50 Cent. Did he write it? Did he go to
Maybe.
jail?
Well, who was it? They've all changed their names as well, haven't they? Because 50 Cent became like, I don't know,
forget about
$1.
jail, and let's talk more about Snoop Dogg.
So this might be your answer. The name of the book is From Crook to Cook. So
it is.
very real chance.
Okay.
It was written in prison. Don't want to make defamatory comments. I don't know. I doubt Snoop is listening. We're fine. So basically, gist of it, it's 40 of his favourite recipes, which is just so lovely.
How many of them involve weed?
Well, apparently, I don't know if it's none of
Legitimate
them.
question.
Yeah, no, totally legitimate question, because that's going to be, so I hear, the sequel to this book. The follow-up is going to be like
How
a
to
weed related.
inject? It'll be like a follow-up. So here are the 40 recipes, now including marijuana.
Little like just additions, new additions.
Sometimes it's just a garnish, just on top.
And it's got a little pocket when you open up the cover where you can store things. Good, clever additions. New way to sell books. So really exciting. From crook to cook, Snoop Dogg releasing cookbooks. Sees himself as a nice Martha. What's her name? Martha Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah, that just total mental blank there for a second.
Any recipes there?
Yeah, so apparently it has, and this is his, biggest, what he's apparently known for, I think, according to him, though.
His own claim to fame.
His own claim to fame, his great mac and cheese.
Oh, good.
I don't know what it is that sets it apart, but I just love the idea, particularly because, he is associated with weed.
Yep.
And mac and cheese, I think, can quite
It's like
commonly
the munchies
be like
kind of,
a
the kind of
go-to.
thing
Yeah.
You'd make at 2 a.m. in the morning.
And of this recipe book, he's gone, mac and cheese. That's my, that's setting the standard. He's really set the bar there.
Yeah, I mean, what else is in there? Hot dogs, pizzas.
I wrote this down a little while ago, and now I think I deleted the rest of it. So I don't know. It's got a great mac and cheese
Well,
recipe.
we're a couple of months away from Christmas, so
I would absolutely accept that as a Christmas gift. Oh, I wonder if we do KKs at the workplace, because I would, even if it's not you that I had, I would absolutely get that.
How about just KKs between us?
I wonder who I got.
Now I'm hungry.
It's you and me. Andy, who helps us out as well.
And we both buy the cookbook.
It's just what I always wanted. How did you know, Rosie? Good. Can't wait for Christmas.
Okay, I want to talk about jobs where you get to eat. In fact, it's a
That's okay
requirement
then.
of the job.
Yeah.
Unlike our jobs where we just eat a lot during said
Anyway,
jobs.
speaking of, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee.
Yeah, pretty good coffees from across the road.
Yeah.
Yum. Frian was delicious too.
That was really good.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, it made headlines all over the world. Nutella was looking for a taste tester.
Yes. What
It
a
seemed
job.
like the dream job.
I know.
Right, just tasty Nutella, which the recipe hasn't changed. I don't know what they were going to
Like,
do.
why do they need one?
And only a couple of weeks after, and this hasn't been as reported, some of the truth behind the job was revealed. So how's this? So what looked like a great job of just eating spoonfuls of Nutella and be like, yep, Yep, that one can go. That one can go to shelf.
Yeah, and probably got a ton of applications as well after that.
Apparently, it was more about learning about the products within the Nutella. So this follow-up article says it's kind of false advertising. The real job is to be a sensory judge for the Nutella manufacturer Ferrero.
Right.
And
still sounds okay.
Yeah, it still sounds okay, but they'll be there to just try and work out the elements of the product. So,
well, don't they know? Don't they know what they're putting in their products?
Well, yeah, during a 3-month, this is what it went up. During a paid 3-month training course, you'll be made a sensory judge and learn how to smell and taste correctly, kind of like when you do the wine courses.
Wow.
Looking through jobs where you can be paid to eat, another one popped up, and it was to be a cheese taster.
Oh, yes.
So they were calling on people who love
Nothing
cheese, who think they know their Gouda from their Roquefort. And that's when I said, no, this isn't for me because I don't even know what Roquefort is.
I was going to say, I'm not too familiar with Roquefort. I think I've heard it, but I don't.
But this story I found was brilliant because it used the word brilliant. It was brilliant.
Oh,
a brilliant job.
Cheese
so many
buns.
cheese buns. All right, so this job is cheese tasting.
I camembert.
Would you do it? Oh, yes.
I thought that was just going to go over your head for a
just
second
stop
there.
everything and make cheese puns for the next 20 minutes. So
Let's not, I'm out now. I've got nothing else.
this is another food tasting job. This one, not only do they want you to sit around and taste cheese, they need someone who would be able to... Okay, so I want to just... You love cheese.
Yes.
All right. Can you define... So let's talk about a brie, for example.
Yeah.
This is me looking at a job requirement. So if it was a brie, would you give it a biscuit of bread or a Melba toast?
Oh.
And would you accompany it with a chutney or a jelly?
Oh, fudge.
And would you put grapes or tomatoes on the side?
Oh, so you need to be able to do that.
Like, you need to be able to be the cheese board expert.
Brie, I would put with... I'd actually put that with bread. Is that right? Did they say?
No,
there's no answer. Okay. I don't know. I just had a feeling maybe that was right.
I mean, I just put it with whatever's on the plate.
Oh, wow. So you need to be yeah, well, I'm not. I just eat a lot of cheese and I enjoy it. But I think the majority of the population is probably with me on that. So maybe I'm not best suited to the job.
I just put fig paste with all of it.
Yeah. Or the pear ones, like a pear... Yeah, paste. I thought there was another word for that.
Let's go back and go, what the hell is a Melba toast?
A Melba toast. Is it just, do they mean those little, I don't know why Melba, is that just the brand?
Well, maybe.
But you know those little like toasted, little bits of toast, basically.
And the other part of this job, which I love, is it says that within your spare time, you'll be dedicated to dairy innovations, tasting and enjoying cheeses, taking note of what pairing, so we just discussed, and how to truly create delightful cheese harmony. So it's a really important job. And the role isn't just about cheese, it's about culture.
Yes.
A culture that's fostered by the people at the company, sorted. But I also love that one of the requirements here is that the director says all of this knowledge is required to also help the director of cheese deliver the best Cheesy Tuesday event of the month.
That's so good. They would definitely have toasted cheese. Like toasted cheese Tuesdays and Thursdays and stuff as well.
You know what, mate? I think you need to be more creative than a toasty cheese Tuesday, mate. You don't get the job. I mean, think outside the box.
Could you also acknowledge that they have a director of cheese? What a title. Imagine that. What a job. What are we doing? Wasting our life. Radio. Boo. So I came across a particularly amazing food story, I thought, the other week. And it's it's mixing two fabulous topics, food and, let's say, tourism, adventure, that sort of thing. Times Square, very popular place. Not many times, I imagine, unless it's something really, really bloody serious, would Times Square get shut down. Like, that is a ton of people to...
I think a quiet Times Square would be a couple of...
I don't know. I've never been, to be honest.
You wouldn't get
a lot. It is so busy.
Yeah,
and
there'll be no quiet time. It's 24/7 city.
Yeah, it's just nuts. Well, bees, like the little buzzies. Yeah, those ones. Bees managed to shut down Times Square. Now, not food related just yet, but the reason they did, standard Times Square, New York, hot dogs. they found this hot dog cart that they took a real liking to.
The bees or the punters?
The bees. The bees, probably the punters as well. If the bees liked it, I'm sure it was good enough for the punters. But the bees loved these hot dogs and they swarmed on it like you would not believe. I need to try and find a photo because I actually don't have it here on my phone right now.
How do all the other hot dog vendors feel?
Very inferior,
Are they
one
like,
would imagine.
what have your dogs got that ours don't?
Exactly.
And they're like, well, maybe they're like, hey, it's pretty sad how...
Maybe they have honey on. Oh, bees attracted to honey? They just make it. No, I don't know. Is that like cannibalism? Can bees not have honey? I don't know.
Would that be like us eating our feces?
Ugh. Oh, maybe.
I'm sorry for saying that, but it was
God,
legitimately
I am starving now.
The first thought in my head.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe like drinking our own milk.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop thinking about bodily fluids.
Let's disassociate with the bodily fluid chat. Repulsive. So we don't know why, but the bees loved the hot dog cart. And they swarmed and they wouldn't go, and basically they had to shut down like a whole section.
The whole Times
Oh,
Square.
It was like one of the. I think they divided into like the corners. Or
I have no
and
idea.
It was like one of
been
them.
there. Have you been there?
Nah.
No.
Good chat. But it shut down, let's say, a section of Times Square, and yeah, that's
If you're
that.
a tourist walking through New York, I mean, New York is a busy place, and obviously was the heart of one of the worst terrorist attacks we've ever seen in the world. Imagine you're travelling, they're like, this has been sectioned off. You would predict the absolute worst,
You
right?
would be freaking the hell out.
You'd be like, oh my God, what's going on? What's shut? And then imagine finding out it was bees.
Yeah. But that would almost seem, that would be like apocalyptic, I think, if you saw. Like the amount of bees on this cart, it actually was terrifying.
Do we know what happened to the guy?
Oh, what happened to as in the hot dog guy? Like that was working in
have
it?
you not thought about the bloke?
I didn't actually think about that. No.
He's in that swarm somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, jeepers. I don't know. I do know what happened to the bees, though. They got, like, the SWAT team. Like,
God.
those guys.
The guys who train to deal with the most...
Like, actual terror attacks and stuff like
had
that.
to
Like,
do with
full
bees.
on. They had to... I told you, it was terrifying. They came in and they vacuumed them up.
With a vacuum cleaner.
I'm guessing not like your average Dyson.
A cordless Dyson.
It's just a cordless.
They are pretty fancy.
What are they called? Like dustbusters?
Yeah,
And they're like,
just like 40 swapping, which is like...
It's very Ghostbusters, isn't it? Like,
was there video of the SWAT guys doing it? Did you get...
I don't know. I saw...
look.
Yeah, we should look after. This is not great for 'cause
you
podcasts, but everyone else should Google it.
Shoot a bee.
You couldn't choose.
You definitely choose the vacuum over...
You would. It's the more aggressive option in this scenario.
Okay, just last question.
Yeah.
And I know you won't have
I was going to say, I'm not going to be able to answer, but go for it.
But just pondering.
Yes.
Do the bees survive a vacuum cleaner?
I reckon yes.
I reckon that's pretty diplomatic answer.
I said that with a lot of conviction
And so much doubt.
and nothing to back it up. Let's say yes. God live the bee.
All right, I promised you some freaky fish.
You did. Sounds
Yes.
gross. But go for it.
And it's got nothing to do with sex. It's not that kind of freaky.
Yeah.
No, this
Freaky.
This is
That
about.
kind of-
Well, this is kind of continuing from the little hot dog maker in New York.
Yeah.
It's about a little guy in Kuwait who got shut down and made global headlines for all the wrong reasons.
And
it's
you
his
must
fault.
be making like big mistakes if you're making news from Kuwait as well.
Yeah. Did you see the fishmonger, which is a word I don't get to say as nearly as often as I'd like to?
Everyone should say it once a day.
And is it fishmonger or fishmonger? Who knows?
I don't know, but when you said it was so bogan the way you said fishmonger. like there was no
You can
enunciating
take
the
that with
G.
you, for the rest of the week. He got shut down because he was found out to be putting googly eyes on his fish to make them look fresh.
That's right. That was really, really gross.
I don't often buy whole fish, and I don't go fishing, so I don't really know how necessary it was for the googly eyes to be put on the fish.
Well, they must have looked fake though, unless you got some really realistic looking ones. Like I'm picturing, I don't know. Is there?
Look, there's a picture of the fake eyes.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
It's a very
But
alert.
it's on top of
like,
its actual eye.
If you
It doesn't-
believed that was the fish's eye, it's a very alert fish.
Yeah, it's a really...
I mean,
Like, what is that fish on? And get me some of that.
why is he staring at me? It's like
It's
the,
a bit creepy.
it's like the Mona Lisa. Just, is that fish
Yes.
just following me around the
Like
room?
everywhere. It totally is.
Yes, apparently it's not the first time this has been done, which is bizarre. Another fishmonger in Kuwait was accused of... This is a different fishmonger. Fishmonger. I'm giving up my quota of fishmonger sayings. In July, earlier in the year, one other guy was accused of putting nails in their fish to increase the weight of the
Yuck.
fish. There's just like...
That's
There's
like
fish criminals
iron contamination.
rife in Kuwait.
Yeah, that's gross. The nails one is worse because that's just... Ugh, like, that's got to be really bad for you. Surely.
They're talking about, like... nails, like
I'm guessing so.
hammer.
What were you thinking?
I was initially just thinking
They were biting their nails and just going, this will be hilarious. Just cutting them over the top,
really adding
toenails.
much weight though. Give me more nails.
Yeah, I'm thinking that kind of.
But
yes.
thankfully the googly eye fish did go viral, and people have just
Now know.
the sale in googly eyes have
Everyone's making these
skyrocketed
memes.
as people try to add them to things, including that shark.
Oh my!
Which
Oh
is great.
yes.
Just Google. It's a bad day for fish in Kuwait, but a great day for shops who sell googly eyes.
Googly eyes and the internet for memes. Interesting though that they like. I would rather fish not having eyes if I plan to eat said fish. Because that's always off-putting. You know, if you order a whole fish in a restaurant, I get it, like, looks fresh and stuff. But when it's got the eye just looking up at you,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to eat you.
I want my food watching me while I eat it.
Exactly. And part of you goes like, well, what if you still can, I don't know, somehow see
Feel?
me? I don't know. Like, are you actually watching? I don't know. But it weirds me out. It's great.
Yeah, can we just take the faces off our food?
Why didn't they just cut the heads off and be like, oh, look, they're fresh?
I don't know. I think the fishmongers of Kuwait really have to sit down
Monga.
and think about their actions.
Monga.
Okay, fishmonger.
Monga. I don't know.
Monga.
Again.
This is a
Monga.
good- Okay. Well,
Fish chat. That was good. That was fun. We haven't done this in way too long, and next time it won't be as long. As in, not like the podcast won't be as long. It's not like, God, you guys must hate this. So we're just going to make it really short next time. This is just totally
the break
self-indulgent.
won't be as long. Yeah.
The break between
But-
creating another podcast won't be as long.
I will find more reasons to say fishmonger.
We definitely will. Monga.
Fish for dinner.
Yes. Monga. Monga. Monga.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.